Are we live? I say, are we live? I don't see nobody in the building. I need to at least see a couple of people in the building. And as you know, customary, I don't really get started or to about the 10-minute mark. Give people a chance to come in, knock on the door, ring the bell. And like I said, like the live on the way in so that the great content can get out here. Um I don't know. Forgive me for my energy. I'm a little, I don't know, a little down on myself, going through a bit, bit life. Life is life, but I'm here. I'm here for y'all because I do this for y'all. Because I can tell you one thing: we doing Married at First Sight. I could have really skipped all of this, but as I told y'all, I work for y'all. I work for my people. So it's just that simple. You say, J Dub, this is what we need from you. What can I say? I see like it's 5 people in here. I need to see the comment. That's what this channel, that's what our channel is all about. And I probably say about 3 or 4 times they go Marriott in the building. I know people saying, J Dub, why is 37% of your face missing like you Ja Rule or something? You know what's going on? J Dub needed a change. Let me just highlight Marriott. I already said Marriott in the building. Thank you. I appreciate you. We got Psalm 10. Hey, J Dub, aka Ren. Hi. Sugar 48 is back in the building. Good to see you. Kimberly D in his house. There we go. We got one. Alice the Great, because Alice the Great said, "Are you going to do Mavs?" I was doing my hot topics, and once she said that, it was what do you call it? A no-brainer. I had to do it, and I kept hearing it and hearing it, so it was done. I had to do it. I had to do it. Or is that Mr. T? Well, all right. Well, let me take some off. Let me take some of this cap off. Let me take this. See, this is cap, but I ain't ready to take up all my cap just yet. We're gonna slowly take up off the cap. Tina Bree in the house. Sugar 48 say, JW, you look good. I do. Thank you. Yes. Alice, I hope things pick up for you. You deserve the best. Yes, they always do and they always will. And I appreciate that. Because just speaking of good energy, consistently, my people, y'all always give me such positive energy when it comes to this YouTube thing. Like, I mean, I feel it. That's what keeps me going. It keeps me going. And just to knowing that y'all appreciate what I do and what we do together on this channel. Because that's what it's about. Like I said, I'll keep saying it, not like I'm really saying something, but just to say I could be on our favorite channels, commenting, my thumbs like this on my phone. That ain't nothing. That's what I do. But this part I really do for y'all. That is no lie. Cause I don't I enjoy it. It's work, but it's a what you call it, a labor of love, if you will. There we go. There we go. Cause I ain't see sunshine and flowers in our last live. She's always missed. What can I say? I don't know how to say it. I don't know how to say it no other way. Tina Bree said, bro, she's still capping because he capped. That's why. If you cap, you're going to keep capping. But for real, I don't know if I have much even energy towards that because it's like I'm just starting to feel like it's a little false. It's a little fake. And did I not say in the back of this big head that that is a conspiracy theory? I felt in my spirit and my discernment that like they might be hustling, both of them in real life. Let me say hello to Pink and Cream. Hello, Jay and fam. I appreciate you stopping by as always. As always. So yeah. So I don't know how much energy I would give Rashid and Simone anymore because I don't know. I'm feeling a bit hustled in a bit. I could be wrong, but I'm feeling a bit hustled. So that's what it is. Okay, we got Colton James Hodge. Hey, appreciate you coming through. Yeah, so I don't know. Sunshine. Well, forgive me. I'm self-reflective. I'm not capped. I didn't mean to call you out. Just to put it another way, when you are not here, you are missed. And I'm not jealous. Like, oh, I seen Sunshine Flowers on somewhere else or whatever. No, when you're not here, you are missed. because with this channel, I know all of y'all. When I don't see y'all, I miss all of y'all. So that's all I'm saying. But please forgive me. I didn't mean to offend. Yeah, it just mean that I wish you were here. That's all. So I'm trying to say, come on with the discernment. That's right. So yeah, where we at? Got about at the 5-minute mark. So yeah, we got about 5 more minutes to the intro. Like I said, I always just want to address to the the elephant of J Dub. Where is your face? Were you in an accident? Why did your face fall off? Like I said, I just felt like I needed a change, and I just went with it. And I'm like, really, I'm like a wolf for real. I could grow my beard back all the way in about 4 weeks, in real life. Who we got, nigga? There you go, my auntie Ro for real. Hey nephew, J Dub, it's too soon to go through the shenanigans again. You telling me, because that's all it is, the shenanigans. As I was explaining, I'm doing this for y'all because I'm telling you, I could have really skipped out. This is painful. It really is. I do not connect with this because I feel like, not talking about Rashid and Simone, I feel like we're dragging this thing out. And when I say we're, Married at First Sight Productions or whatever, there's Danny Owens. Yo, Jada, what's up, my guy? There she go, Danny Owens. I appreciate you coming through. Kelly S is back in the building. Sunshine Flower say it looks nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you. Who we got in the building? Akila J. Hey, we in here at work. Won't be able to engage as much as I like, but y'all enjoy. J-Dub, keep the lives going there. Everything. I need that positive energy. I don't mean that. I'm not a person. The love language, I need affirmation, but y'all energy is like, when I'm telling you, it's for real. I feel it. I told you I'm an energy person. It's so genuine. It's so powerful. It gives me the fuel to say, you know what? Well, if I feel like it or not, if I got time, I got to get up here and do something and put something out here. So, that's what it is. I do it for y'all because, like I said, I feed off of y'all. Danny Owens said that cut is a glow up. Appreciate you, Danny. Caribbean Gala 28. What's up, J Dub? Always a pleasure. Always good to see you. It's just your presence is always felt and welcome. Yeah, so what we got? We got about 3 more minutes to get it going on. As I said, your shirt is really nice, J Dub. I'm reading before I put it up there, pink and cream. This is actually a jacket. This is like my little Jordan collection. Like I do retro stuff. Oh, I used to. J Dub used to be into like tennis shoes, like Eris and Married at First Sight. Why would I say Eris and Married at First Sight? We only know one Eris in the whole world. That's a man. So yes, I used to have like the jackets that match. I used to, get stuff back in the day. I used to be a collector. I used to really be into this stuff. But as you get older, your wants, needs, or hobbies kind of change. So, Tracy B in the building. Hey, J Dub, good to see Tracy B in his house. So, yeah. So, like I said, we got a couple more minutes so we get this thing started, and I want to do it. I gotta read this. Kelly S. said, not like everything. I didn't want to say it. I wish I could have gave somebody I got a better example, but that was the first thing I thought of. Because like when people who are into shoes, like for real, when I mean like the Jordans and all that, it's a thing. When I say a thing, like it's a serious thing, like it's red bottoms for guys, it gets a little crazy. And those who are into it understand it, but I'm not there anymore. What my auntie Roro had to say. You are the number one comment. I really enjoyed your comments earlier today. Yes, I am. And I enjoyed your live today with actually Aubrey, auntie Roro. It was always a good time. I just never have enough time doing so many things. So yeah, we're almost there, and we're gonna get started soon. Get into this Married at First Sight thing. And to my understanding, I can't quote it. However, I think I don't know if we're gonna go right into the part 2 of the reunion, or they're gonna have more episodes after that. I don't know if they're trying to connect the other season like without having any interruption, which it sounds like a mistake. I think they need time to kind of revamp the show or get back to the old feeling, like we all fell in love with the show. Because This ain't working in real life. It ain't working. Because at this point, it's like we're not even going for successful marriages. It almost seems like they're trauma bonding, drama bonding, trying to just go after the ratings. And I don't think we're here for that. I don't believe we are. You know, we can see drama anywhere. So just putting people together, watch them destroy and abuse each other. And yeah, for what? So yeah, we at the 10-minute mark. Let me grab my little Niz Oats in the house. And hey, I couldn't say this better myself. Caribbean gal said, "Mavs is a sham." Yes, it's deplorable. Yes, it's absolutely absurd. Absurd. Oh, we got in the building. Shade in the city. Hey, J Dub in the chat. Again, I tell y'all, y'all going to recommendations the same way that people showed me love, built me up, pushed me up. Shade in the City is a YouTube duo, Treese and Nails. And it's hard for me to call them up and coming YouTubers. Like their channel is way more advanced than mine. And I don't mean like in comparison, like you see, like they have been doing it. They on point. And Treese and Nails, they just have a time. It's just like watching. It's like watching two good girlfriends, two sisters, just bounce off each other about having a conversation about their favorite show, and it's hilarious. And definitely check them out. Shade in the City. That's who provided me with the video for Rashid when I didn't know nothing. So again, please go out there on my behalf, check them out, and show them some love, because I appreciate if y'all did that. MG by Hey J-Dub, I think Mavs has run its course. I think you're right, unless they're going to change it or get back to the old script. I think it's over. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, for real. For real. Look at it. There we go. Pink and Cream. Hello, Shade in the City. We'll have to check y'all. Please do Pink and Cream. Rashid is let me see. Rashid is live. Are you gonna watch the replay? No wonder my numbers is down. Not that I really chase numbers, but probably not unless something happens crazy. I'm not really going to go there. That's not my thing. OMG. Every time I see in the building, Auntie's advice. What Auntie got? I got next on the sham, a prophet. This is a whole mess. Happy Sunday, J-Dub and fam. Auntie, I appreciate you stopping by, because I know your live is, if it ain't, it's coming up, because you couldn't be two places at one time. So again, y'all know I'll say it again and again. I'll repeat it for those who have not gotten over to Auntie's advice, a big influence on my channel. What are you doing? You better get over there and go see Auntie. Like I said, the person that'll give you a whole comedy show, give you wisdom, read you down with the Bible, and then cuss you out, and you feel good about all of it. So please check out Auntie's advice if y'all haven't, but I know you already have. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get started with the show. I just had to shout out Auntie, because I gotta always gotta send special shouts out to YouTube creators. Why? Because they could be creating, or they could be getting to their regular life, their real life, when they weren't creating, but they stop by and see your boy J-Dub and stop by and talk to us. So I appreciate it. Shade in the City. Which Rashid giving us his life plan, J-Dub, exactly what you said he would do. It's a marketing strategy. He gonna make the money back. Didn't I tell you it was coming? Some type of broken man type of podcast. Don't I call it? I don't want to be right, but I know what time it is. I didn't seen Rashid's before. And granted, like people thinking like I'm so harsh on these people. In real life, I could go a little harder, but I choose not to. However, but this is what J-Dub do. I am, what am I? I'm dramatic. I'm passionate. I'm passionate. That's what I do. That's what I do. So like I said, when people at some people on other people's channel, like this is really out of the characteristic of J-Dub. Like, no, this is what J-Dub does. He's dramatic. I might do a skit on you. I might, make some off-color joke. That's what I do. That's what it is. So, again, I got enough people who love J-Dub and I love them. So if you don't like J-Dub, you can go the other way. It's all good. Ain't no issue. No love lost. Everybody ain't for everybody. Yeah. So, ah, auntie say I'm a prophet. You told yes, I've been telling the future, but I ain't gonna be no prophet. I don't want to be responsible for Shaq saying no to Kirsten. I don't want to be that guy. You know, I, sometimes I feel like one though. So like, let me stop. So yeah, there go. All right, before I get started, I gotta say, Lenny J, there go my friend. Hey y'all, Lenny J is in the building. Yes, that prophet. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with the I guess we get into the cast. They on the couch, couching it up. And I have to say, overall, I really don't. I'm not a fashionista. I got to I was really into the looks of the show overall. There were some few exceptions, and that exception was probably Eris. I didn't like all that white piping and them big white orthopedic shoes that are probably in style. I saw what I saw, and I didn't like what I saw. But the color was cool, and Shaq looked like he had some pro kids on with his suit. But other than that, I think pretty much everybody was on point, and I was surprised because I'm like, they must didn't dress themselves. So it don't take a lot to impress me. It looked fine. I heard that. I can't remember where I heard it from, but people talk about what do you call it? Dom, and they were saying like she had one of them old 90 proms dresses. Well, that's my era, so it looked good to me. So I didn't have no problem with that. I don't know. So yeah. I like to say, I talk about everybody, so I don't discriminate. And just like I told y'all, I feel like Mavs needs a what do you call it? A revamp, a refresh, a direction towards what they used to do that we all grew in love. And I gotta say, I'm tired of looking at Kevin Frazier. I don't think he brings what he think he bringing or what he used to brought. It's not there. I think it's time to move on from Kevin Frazier as well. I think he could have did a better job. So Kevin Frazier can hit you. So tell me who's in those DMs. Like, we don't care who's in their DMs, and if really something is going on, are they really going to tell us? Some juicy details and all of that. No, other than Dom saying pretty much people want her to start an OnlyFans because they want to see the chest pictures or whatever. But yeah, it's about time. It's time to give other people chances. So because you never know, you might have a breakout star. I mean, I like that they gave Little Rudy a chance. Granted, I don't really like the concept of Little Rudy's show because to me it dives too deep and it gets into details that we didn't see. As far as me doing reviews, I like to go off of what I see. There's always enough speculation in our minds or things or theories that we can think of on our own. So I don't need other information like, oh no, Shaq was acting that way because he got a D on his PhD test or whatever. I don't need to know all of that unless Shaq said, on there, whatever. So I don't know. Kevin Frazier, yeah, we can move on from him. So let's get into the fun facts of the show because the reunion is pretty much like a where are they now. I didn't get a reunion vibe. Usually a reunion is like an explosive show where like oh, I didn't know that, or ooh, I knew they wasn't gonna be together, or because I don't even remember him asking, because normally in a reunion they'd be like, so are you guys still together? You always get used to hearing that. I don't remember they asking nobody because I guess only one couple is still together, and we know Nicole and Chris are still together. So yeah, it's disappointing the fact that you can have I don't even know how to count. Is it 5 couples? Like out of 5 couples, only one of them stay together, or 4, whatever, however it is. I mean, let's say 5. I don't even know. I'm so lost in this thing. Just the fact that they're okay with that. That is highly disappointing. That's a failing grade. 1 out of the 5 couples actually make it. And to me, just because they're there, I'm still not impressed. I never was. I never really saw it for Chris and Nicole having a healthy long-term relationship. Granted, they may stay together forever, but is it a desired marriage or relationship? I wouldn't say so. But speaking of Chris and Nicole, they got a new neighbor. Clint has moved on. Clint has moved on to Nicole and Chris's building, which I think is weird unless Married at First Sight paid for them to do that. Why does Clint? I get it, like he didn't want to be by Gina no more, but why did you have to move where Chris and Nicole? This is after the show. This is over. This is the experiment is done. They're trying to live their regular life. Like, really? You know, are you gonna start hanging out with Nicole while Chris is gone? I don't know. You know, this show is kind of funny. Let me see what and Shanti, I hope I'm saying that right because it's the first time seeing your name, and I appreciate you stopping through. But it's looked like a thick and healthy comment, and I love the comments. You know, I think it would be interesting if Mavs let the folks be involved with the matching somehow. Let them choose one another and then see if they can work through a marriage, giving it their best shot. You know what? I like that idea. I like that idea because that kind of gives them a choice in the matter in which they can't be so disappointed, like, oh, I don't like that person. I'm not into that or whatever. Let me stop real quick because I always got to send a shout out to A1 from day one. I'm just starting my review, and you know I got 37% of my face missing. I ain't want to shock you. I appreciate you. You in the building. You never let me down. So let's keep going. So so what was I saying? Where was I? Just saying the fact that just Clint moving over to Nicole and Chris, to me, it's a little weird. Again, let them live their life. Clint is a single man. You know, yeah, it's time to live real life. They don't need no more buddies in the area, you know, unless you want to invite them over. Brother, feel good in the house. I appreciate you stopping through. Yeah, it just gets a little weird to me. Like I said, unless Mavs is paying for Clint's apartment and they're gonna buy him a $5,000 golden doodle puppy, he shouldn't be moving. He should not be moving near any of the couples. And you know, I gotta just pick out little details because that's J-Dub's thing. You know, it bothered me how Jasmine was like cozied up with Eris, you know, because this is the same guy, in my opinion, that comes from Auntie Advice, in my opinion, that demeans Jasmine, puts her down, makes her feel awkward, unheard, just uncomfortable, period. And then tells her, insinuates, because he don't say her name, but he like, yeah, I want a person in the future who knows how to love themselves. That's very insulting. I was insulted for her. And the fact that I don't know how much time has passed, and I really don't care. Y'all not together no more. Why are you all cozied up under this man like that? And you're supposed to be with somebody. That bothered me. That bothered me. When the house, well, I'm missing. We got Tammy Talks in the house. She's just sending a supportive comment. Tammy Talks, your support is always appreciated. Again, this is a super YouTuber, so shout out to Tammy Talks. She decided to stop by here. Please check out Tammy Talks channel. As I told you, excellent channel. Tammy's gonna give you the unpopular opinion. She's funny. She's a hardworking YouTuber. Please check her out. So let me get back before I get too far off of the thing. Yeah, I just didn't like that. I personally, you know, it's okay. I just didn't like it. I was just thinking Jasmine should feel more about herself. You know, that the fact that somebody pretty much tells you like, hey, you hate yourself, but you know, I need a different type of woman, and then you all snuggled up under his arm. Granted, that's the old school thing. Men always, you know, they put their arm out on around women, you know, just out, and if they happen to lean back on it, but she was up under him. Like, I know she was touching his you know, his olive green suit with the white piping on it. She might have got something on the white piping, but just the fact that she's cozied up says a lot about her. And I'm not trying to down her, but I'm just thinking she needs to have more self-esteem or something. This man don't even view you as important or anything like that. I just didn't like it. You know, that's just me. So yeah. So you know, we're still learning and discussing facts that we don't need to. We got to still deal with insecure Mac. You know, they had to address like Mac and Dom because they didn't really have much substance to go throughout the scene, but throughout the process, even with the extra shows, Mac kind of shoot his darts at Dom, you know, and how he went hard on Dom, talking about like, oh, she got a puppy. Oh, she got a puppy. Oh, I feel sorry for that puppy. She got a 9 to 5. She stay in the club. She get drunk on the weekends. She sleep till noon. I feel sorry for that puppy. I'm gonna call animal control on her. Like he goes in that hard about a puppy, and that just speaks to the fact of how miserable Mac really is. And yeah, I mean, like Mac to me, you know, because I tell y'all in real life, bad energy. That, you know, I can pick up energy. Mac has real life bad energy, and I can't stand him. I can't stand him. So, but to me, like, I get it. People, we all make mistakes. We all can sometimes look at ourselves and the things we say and do and say, like, well, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Maybe I shouldn't did that. But like somebody with Mac, I just don't believe. It's like a person will throw something out there, but they'll apologize. Like, yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. But like, damn, what you said like really hurt me or bothered me or whatever the case may be. I think Mac is one of those guys. I really don't. It just shows to me like his lack of maturity. Like he ain't ready for life. Forget a marriage. So yeah, maybe that's why they what do you call it? Match him and Dom together. They almost like on the same level in maturity. What? Well, because Dom was like 25 when she came in the door. Yeah, it just when he come across my screen, I don't, you know, I don't see it for Mac in any any shape, fashion, or form. Mac has like low character, to just put it plainly. So enough about Mac. You know, Kevin Frazier, they got to discuss, you know, the comment around the world where Clint has said to Gina, like, well, you know, normally in front of the group as well, normally, you know, I like a little slender bender kind of chick or whatever, you know, and how offended Gina was. And he had Clint on the stage had to like kind of re-explain it, explain his way out of it. And it got a little awkward. And you know, when I heard it, I'm gonna just tell you like this: it didn't seem as bad as the ginger comment, because I guess the ginger comment was actually bad. Because I heard in the YouTube streets, it is like some type of, let's say, racial kind of reference or whatever, referring to, you know, somebody's gingery features, their pale skin and their red hair, or whatever the case may be. It's just the fact that when Clint said he was talking about slender, Gina like, oh, he's talking about my weight. He said I was on the 600-pound life show. He didn't say none of that. He was just saying, yeah, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. Athletic build. That's right. He in real life, to put it plainly, he wanted a lady that had the body of maybe a Jasmine. You know, Jasmine, it has a grown cheerleader body, maybe a little bit cut off a little bit meat, because you know they like them skinny. But it's just the fact that, yeah, he didn't say, yeah, you're too fat or you too chunky, and then Gina gets, oh, you know, I'm in the gym there, and then she get out her Planet Fitness app on her phone. You know, it shows I've been here 5 days a week and all that, and I'll take Clint's ass through the gym. And we talking about insecure, very insecure, very insecure, very insecure. Let's see what Tammy talks about. It was a dig at Gina, though. You know, I'm gonna say, yeah, I really can't deny that. I'm just saying how bad it was, because they chose to address it, but they didn't address the gingery features. You know, it feels funny coming off the mouth, gingery, Nick. You know, it's feel like that. But yeah, gingery features. Yeah, I wasn't blown away, but it wasn't for me to be blown away, because it was up to Gina, and I felt like they never recovered from that. And guess what? We talking about who's offended or what sound worse. I thought it sounded worse when Chris said in his confession, like, you know, normally I don't. Nicole's a little thicker than I would normally deal with. I don't deal with them big thick girls or whatever. And when I heard, I was like, whoa, that sounds a little worse. And it didn't seem like Nicole flinched in that moment. Maybe she was, you know, she was already prepped for it. Maybe she already cussed Chris out and slept in the second bedroom for 2 days. I don't know, but it was all right. That one hit a little harder than me, if anything, you know. But yeah, we just skipped over the gingery. Maybe Married at First Sight didn't want to lose any subscribers or viewers, you know, because of it, or offend anybody. So we get to see some behind the scenes, or footage that we didn't get a chance to, and normally do during a reunion. And we saw where Eris was taking some more digs at Jasmine or whatever, digs at those self-esteem. And I get that. Again, some people don't get bothered by that stuff because some people, just the same way, they're offended by different words and triggers and all of that. And some people are just being used to being verbally abused, and it sounds normal. So when the subject came up that Jasmine met with Eris's cousin, the kissing cousin, I forgot her name or whatever. Eris made a point to say, well, like, wow, you went like to see my cousin. You look like you worked the 16-hour shift. Maybe she did. It was still light outside, so I don't know if she did, but just the fact that was a dig. That was really a dig. And then saying that because Jasmine voiced to him, communicated that, like, hey, that lady got bad energy and vibe. And I'm with that. Keep bad energy people away from me, because you might take me somewhere, or I might allow you to take me somewhere. So go that way with that bad energy. And Eris made a point to say, well, I like strong people, like, so I wanted you to fight it out with my cousin or convince her that you are not fake, or you don't give pageant answers. And I totally disagree with that. That's the way that some people deal with, but that's the way we can kind of reduce conflict in the whole world. Like, maybe people you meet or strangers or anything like that. Sometimes it's best to just take the high road and walk away and separate yourself, insulate yourself, because that's how situations happen when you get all wrapped up, involved in something where you could have just said, you know what? I see where you're coming from. I prefer not to deal with you. And that's okay. But let's see with Sugar 48. It looks like a very thick comment, thick like Nicole and all that. So let's see what you got to say, because I love the comments. J-Dub, I was so sick of them folks on Mavs that I didn't watch the reunion. I just dropped in to say hey and show support. She's in California. I'm about to eat and check out 90 Day Sending. I don't know what that is. A 90 Day Fiance. I don't know. I'm guessing, but hugs. I appreciate you, Sugar 48, just stopping by, because guess what? I wanted to be with you where you at in California and not watching the show, but I got a job to do. So I appreciate you stopping by. It was just it was just something. What Caribbean gals say? The cousin who needs a good, oh yeah. I think she needed a bra, period. I don't think she had one at all. Jasmine had nothing to prove to these people. Exactly. Why go in an initial meeting and you're battling and attacking, and what is that going to get you out of? But again, more I was focused on of how Eris was throwing shots at Jasmine. First, she looked like she was ran over, that she worked a 16-hour shift. Hey, be glad your woman is willing to work a 16-hour shift if she chooses to. And the fact that she's willing to engage with your family and not like down her for not having a negative experience with her, because it could have went bad, because it depends who in front of you, how things can really go. So to me, again, that's like, in my opinion, that's like Eris chipping away at Jasmine, trying to change her. Like, well, I'm really into strong people. If you ain't battling or taking up for yourself against confrontational people, then I don't know who you are. Who needs that? She should have said, like, well, I guess I'm not the one for you. Good day to you, sir. That's what it could have been. But I just don't like that. I don't like that. What Brother Phil gonna say? Jasmine looked good at this reunion. Yes, she did. Jasmine got that bottom row tightened up. She ready to hit the street. So, as Kevin Frazier said, her DMs will be filled up to the, the brim or whatever. And Eris is just ridiculous to me. That's my opinion. So we're still on Eris and Jasmine because they had their own little segment. I thought it was dumb that they walked everybody off stage and walked them back on separately. They could have just came back from commercial with them on just sitting on the stage, in my opinion. So Kevin Frazier, he continued to like grill Eris about, why he wasn't attracted to Jasmine. And guess what? Even though I cannot stand Eris, I don't stand for him, don't believe in nothing he do, I have to give him credit where credit is due. I like how he stood on like kind of keeping, let's say he said something that was maybe degrading to Jasmine, or what he described to her about whatever features that he's not attracted to her, that he didn't put it on Front Street on camera. It was a private conversation, and he could have did that. And Kevin even kept pressing Eris like, oh, well, I'm still confused. And Eris pretty much said, well, you're going to keep being confused. I love that. He let him know what time it was. No matter how much you press him, he letting her know, in respect for Jasmine, me, her family, I'm not going to put her out there like that. You know, even though I felt he treated her poorly throughout the situation, but I really respect that, you know, and I respect again that Jasmine got her priorities straight. She got her married at first sight check, straighten up that bottom row. She didn't go get a Porsche Taycan like Rashid did with her money. She went and got them teeth fixed. You know, a great investment. So shout out to Jasmine on that. You know, I appreciate that, because a lot of times in our culture, sometimes our priorities get a bit mixed up. Granted, you can do whatever you want with your married at first sight check. It all looks different, but you know, I think she did the right thing. So, and also I gotta say, on that stage, I have to give credit to Jasmine's friend. Like, she brought it to Eris, and you know, she didn't come to play no games or whatever. She kind of spoke to how I felt about it. Like, she did not appreciate the way Eris handled Jasmine, what have you, you know, about like, I guess, pressing the sex issue or whatever, knowing that it makes it uncomfortable. Almost feel like, again, those little digs at her, it chips at her self-esteem. And somebody needed to say it, you know. Maybe Jasmine didn't have it in her to get all those things out, because Eris is a lot. He's a lot to deal with. So he makes me uncomfortable, and I'm not on camera with him. But yeah, it needed to be said. It really needed to be said. So I really enjoyed that. The only thing that I wished her friend didn't do was wear that jumpsuit. I didn't like that. She shouldn't have worn that. But yeah, I guess that was it for the Jasmine and Eris segment. So we get to see some more behind the scenes or whatever, and we got to kind of dive a little deeper in the the dog gate situation with Nicole and Chris. And I had my thoughts about that situation, about Chris melting down. But in this scene, because I guess we didn't get to see everything because Nicole didn't have any makeup on, she goes directly to production. And I mean, when I say she took charge, she took charge. Nicole was the man in this situation about them dogs or whatever. Chris, on the balcony. You thought the dog had went to the upper room. You thought it was over. And granted, when I think about that, what would happen if one of those dogs go to the upper room? Chris would be on suicide watch. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's scary. Because why I say that's scary? Unfortunately, everybody that we know is someday they're gonna pass on somewhere, including the dogs, especially the dogs. The dogs have a shorter lifespan. So you tether your whole heart to your dog, you setting up yourself for failure. You should feel pain. That's that companion that's been with you. That's a part of your family. That's the you a dog parent or whatever, a fur parent. And yeah, that's a bit much for me. I get it. But the fact of the matter is, like I said, Nicole jumped in that situation and saying, oh, we can't, you saying we can't work out with the dogs, so we got to do something. We'll make any adjustment or whatever we got to do. And she went and first let production know and took it to Chris. Like, she straightened it out. And, Chris, oh, my dogs. He's dying. The man is dying about his dog's going to be separated from him. And Nicole pretty much told him, like, hey, we're going to work this out. Don't cry. Don't don't grow weak. Don't, we gonna be all right. I'm gonna make sure where we go as the man of this, because you see Nicole's shoulders are like mine. As the man of this relationship, I'm gonna work this thing out. And she did. And I'm thinking this, granted, I know we have different areas in which we are stronger in, man or woman. But okay, for those who are fur parents, their dogs are their children, and they see themselves the same as people who are biologically parents to actual children, would you let anybody tell you, I'm gonna send you over here? I know you got kids, but your kids can't come. A parent ain't gonna absorb that, because you know what they're gonna say, I know you lying, because where I go, my kids go. So I don't know what rules you got to bend. If you got to smash two apartments together and build a wooden hallway so we can go back and forth through the apartments, there is no way I'm leaving my children. And that's the approach Nicole took. And that's what was needed. She stepped up where the man had to step up, and that's what it was. And she got it done. And I respect Nicole for that. I like Nicole just a little bit more on this reunion, even though, again, granted, she can be nosy, like she said. She can be a little neurotic, but I get her a little bit more. And I really, like I said, I really expect that. Shout out to Nicole. And hey, I gotta say that Chris totally folded in this moment. Granted, yes, he was sad, but it took Nicole to show him what a real man does, a take charge of the situation. We not having this. These are our children. Something's gonna be worked out. I don't care what that man told me. I'm not gonna take that for an answer. My kids, my pups, my dogs are coming with me. It's okay for a man to cry. J-Dub is a Pisces. He's emotional and all that. It even cries sometimes, but I've never melt this situation where I'm melting down and feel like I can't do this. I can't get over this. I can't move. That's never happened, and I don't believe I ever will. You never say never in life, but let me read what Kelly has said. I couldn't believe how Chris was crying. However, I'm not a fur parent, but Chris was crying a little bit too hard. By the way, Chris knew in advance about the living situation, so why was he breaking down? Maybe he thought that it would go away or they would make the exception. We know we got 3 dogs, so maybe, I don't know. Feel good. I never see this. Feel good say he weak. Feel good's being vulnerable right now. He's weak. No, I get it. It's hilarious. Yes, it's absolutely absurd and ridiculous. Yeah, Nicole had to be the man in the situation. So, of course, it worked out. It worked out for Chris. Chris, all you saw like the whole season until the end was Chris' dog there, and Nicole had to ship her dog out to a concentration camp. No, she didn't. She sent over to her father, but the dog didn't live near. And again, I said my piece about that. That marriage seems self-centered. Chris kind of laid back, but when he won his way, he get his way. I call it, a little bit of Rashid mode. It's a little manipulative, in my opinion. So where we at now? I lost my place. We go to the ladies segment, and I felt this ladies segment was forced because I didn't really get anything out of it, because to me, as I tell y'all, with the reunion, I'm expecting to learn something new. I'm expecting to see something I didn't see before, and it just turned more into like a support group. What I call surviving heiress. Everybody is kind of supporting Jasmine through the way that Eris treated her. And it didn't give much. It's just like we going over the same things and all of that, about Eris forcing sex on her. Well, let me stop saying it, because I gotta give Eris some more credit. Eris could have manipulated that situation with Jasmine to use her for her body, to tickle his gooch, to handcuff him behind his back with furry handcuffs, just to get his thing off dealing with Jasmine. But he did not. I do respect that, because she probably would have let him go. So I gotta give the credit up. So he didn't do that to her. And I gotta say, with I didn't like in this the Kevin Frazier question, like, who do you think Jasmine should be with? Who do you think with? And speaking of that, who do you think with Jasmine should be? The people are telling me I should be with Gil. Like, where's this I'm pushing Gil to the front campaign coming from? Like, Gil was the best guy. He's the one who got away. Gil is the guy who married his stranger wife, sold all his possessions, moved to another apartment with his wife, let her pay the rent. And not that he didn't have the money, he spent it on his car and didn't tell her until when the rent was due. I don't know, and I don't know. So, okay, Gil's the man. They want Dom for Gil. They want Jasmine for Gil. Who's paying these people to say Gil, like he's the guy? But as I said, Nicole, the moderator, is pushing because she's a self-proclaimed. Well, she's not the self-proclaimed. They saying that they go to Nicole for advice. I guess they say those who don't know teach. And in this sense, Nicole is the guru of the relationship guru, because I guess her and Chris are happy. And I like I said, I don't get that, but Nicole really believes that Shaq and Kirsten should be together, like they're the one. And I'm thinking, like, I don't know if Nicole is just that naive, or some people like to, not saying Nicole, I'm just saying some people, we all know some people who they want to one up you. So they want their marriage to be up here, and they're great when your marriage is down here because, they're superior in their heads. Let me read what Auntie got to say. Yep, he could have used her, and I don't know why people are so hard on Era's cousin when other families have said worse. They just hated him because of Jasmine's embarrassment. I can get with what you said, Auntie, because I actually more I go harder on Eris or whatever when he's kind of trying to down Jasmine, saying like, "Oh, I need somebody strong. You're supposed to punch my cousin in the face, and then y'all got it on." Like that. Like, you're supposed to go in conflicting. The family's supposed to be coming together, not beefing. And granted, you may disagree with the union, but they're married, so you're still supposed to support them if that's your family. I don't know. So, like I said, Nicole is hell bent on Shaq and Kirsten being together, and I don't understand why. Like, Shaq is wishy-washy. Shaq has internal struggles. Shaq is Shaq. Shaq, you can tell Shaq is more comfortable in his own element, aka the Minty Boys, the weekly party of high kicks and glow sticks. That's when Shaq is in his element. I bet you come home with glitter still on him. That's why he goes straight to the shower. So, yeah, I just don't get that. Like I said, it's either Nicole is naive or Nicole is hating, in a sense, if you will. Gil couldn't pay half his rent. He wanted to cash out his wife. He's trash. Let's see. JRX TV. Shaq and Kirsten would not have worked out, and that's why I didn't. It was not meant to be. No, I never thought it. And I would not put that on her. I think that was the worst thing in the world. Marcy Robbins. Hey, J-Dub, love the summertime beer. Why, thank you. I need that affirmation so I can wear my beard in confidence. No, I just appreciate you coming through, and I was just joking. R. Hampton. It's J-Dub. I know I miss you saying something ignorant. Yeah, you could always go back. No, I know I miss you saying something ignorant. If you ever see R. Hampton anywhere in the comments, please keep one eye open on on R. Hampton's comments. R. Hampton will make you drop your phone. It's not a game. It's not a joke. It gets ignorant, like in real life. So, this is a great one from Tina Bree. Nicole wants everybody. I just want everybody to be happy. But Nicole, boo, it's best for folks to settle. She sounds like a cuckoo. She absolutely is a cuckoo. It's crazy. Shade the city, no. Shade the city, no. I knew the high kicks and glow stick were coming. Yeah, I gotta say, because one day it's gonna be gone very soon. Because I gotta remind people what Shaq is really into. Shaq is into having his glow sticks, like where I got my chains on, is glow sticks. He probably got some type of like glow ropes in his hand. He got his shirt off. They drinking. He got a headband glow thing around his head. They doing high kicks, splits, twists. They twerking. It's a Wednesday night. He's supposed to be studying for his PhD, and then wonder why he's failing. You know, yeah, it's the thing. So yeah, that high kicks and glow sticks is something. So yeah, like I don't know what moderator Nicole is up to. She up to something. She up to something else. And at this point, you know, Kevin Spencer, he's gonna make sure everybody gets he gonna make sure everybody gotta be in that spin the block kind of mentality. He wanna make everybody put everybody together because this show is an absolute failure. Out of 5 couples, you only got one that's stay together, and they cringeworthy to me. They're not couples gold. Not that anybody should be couples gold. We learned that from Rashid Simone. It's just the fact that it ain't it. So let's get to the last segment of this thing. Where we at? America's favorite couple, Shaq and Kirsten. And I gotta say, Kevin did no different. He wants Shaq and Kirsten to be together. And I thought in this moment, Kirsten was really transparent on how she felt about it, because what she was displaying, like for her being rejected, she was very angry, and she was like resenting Shaq for saying no on decision day because she didn't really see it coming. She felt like blindsided. And you know, I thought that Shaq was going to say no to her, so I didn't really see it as a surprise. And again, I said before how I see Shaq. He's a very self-centered person. We learned that Kirsten was the biblical wife to Shaq. You know, if we can say that. I got that from Jeffrey from Ready to Love, like from Biblical Husband. Like the lady was cutting his toenails, ironing his clothes, cooking him some salmon and broccoli. I mean, just doing all the things that Shaq traditionally wanted in a wife. And all he can ever say is, she didn't support me. You know, he not getting that support that he needs. And I'm just thinking, like, I just got off a live, and I heard Talisa Ray, which is one of my great YouTubers from back a season, and she brought out a what do you call it? A great point, and saying that possibly Kirsten wasn't speaking to his love language. And in a sense, I gotta take that, because I tell y'all that love languages are a real thing. If you're with somebody and you don't know their love language, you're gonna miss out on, because you can cut their toenails, you can bring them salmon and broccoli, you could iron their clothes, but if acts of service is not their love language, likely they're going to disregard. Granted, even if it's not your love language, I think a person with manners, a person with awareness, even if that's not their love language, they should be able to see, like, hey, this person cares about me. This person is trying. You know, they want the best for me. But maybe that's it, because as I tell you, I don't think love languages are like something that's romanticized. It's not a good thing. I believe it's a deficiency. It's a deficiency of what you didn't get when you come up, so you kind of crave it. That's my opinion. I don't have a PhD. I don't. That's not my thing. We got another YouTuber in the house, Mocha Mima Media. Shaq is a man who is real needy. He needed more than Kirsten could give. I absolutely agree. Kirsten is not a man, so she couldn't change that. Should I say that? Probably not, but it's okay. It's my channel. It's our channel. They just mine. So yeah, it would have never worked. Shaq would never be satisfied with Kirsten. There's nothing that she could do. He keep talking about he needs support. You know, what he want a trophy wife. He want what J Dub cut all off. He wanted a beard, a full beard, you know, a thick brick house like Kirsten. Say, see, I do like women. Don't I got a baddie? Don't you want to know where she get her hair done at? She bad, ain't she? She bad, you know. Shaq trying to prove his manhood. So let's just get it out the way because I ain't got time to be mincing words and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so that's the thing. It's just the fact that we learned that Kirsten was really trying and Shaq did not receive that at all. You know, and I think that's a slap in the face. You out there working hard trying to make your marriage work, and somebody like, oh, you ain't doing enough. Like, damn. I mean, especially we just met. Like, I mean, come on now. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't trying. I'm not supporting you. I ain't quizzing you on your PhD test. You know, Caribbean gal said, not where she get her hair done. That's what the mentee said. The first question they said, you know, you could look, I got this beautiful brick house, thick Kirsten the Stallion wife, which I want to ask her. The mentee say, where you get your hair done at? Like, yikes. You know, so it's a thing. And I lost my point messing with the mentee boys. It was just that again, Shaq, you can't make Shaq happy. He doesn't hold himself accountable. He blames Kirsten for all their shortcomings in their marriage. And he makes excuses. You know, the fact that he said no, he told me it was a prophet, not from the church house, because they didn't go to church. They just sit in an empty church. Maybe one of the mentee boys or their fathers was a prophet or something, and he didn't say the prophet said don't do it, don't marry Kirsten, wait for your Mr. Right. He didn't say that. He was just saying that the prophet said I got a big decision to make and I gotta choose me or do what's best for me. And then, you know, he'll go into, you know, he needed more time. And even Kevin Spencer like, damn, Shaq, what do you think Kirsten was saying yes to? She wanted to give you more time. She didn't even know that was going to work. She wanted to just see what happens when the cameras go down. Y'all live real life. Y'all might make it. Y'all might not. Just because you say yes don't mean you can't get a divorce. I mean, it was just dumb. He sounded dumb. He sounded misguided, misdirected. Again, in my opinion, Shaq is struggling internally. He got a lot going on. He trying to take remedial courses for his PhD. He can't stop thinking about the mentee boys, hanging out with them, wish he could live their life. He trying to pay off his student debt like Rashid. And so when Kirsten comes with this life that he ain't ready for and that he's not sure about, of course he ran. He got up out of there. It's just like excuse after excuse after excuse. And again, Shaq is, in my opinion, Shaq is I'm telling you, if I'm gonna tell you, everybody stop the live. R. Hampton, I commend anyone trying to uplift the youth, but Shaq and the mentee boys are the blind leading the blind. And I'm telling you, this is so on point and funny at the same damn time. I'm telling you, that is hilarious to me. That is hilarious to me. That is hilarious to me. Every time I say, yep, the mentee boys. Where you get your hair done at? Kirsten. So yeah. I'm acting crazy. I'm losing my place. Yeah, it's just the fact that Shaq just making excuses. He had Kirsten right here, but I understand that ain't really what Shaq want. So no matter how great Kirsten look in her dress, no matter how many times she cut his toenails and iron his clothes, help him study for his remedial classes and PhD course, it ain't gonna never be enough because that's not what he wants. He don't want that. He don't want that. He don't want that. He don't want that. So that's all I can tell you. You know, it's just that you know, even when Kevin Frazier was like asking Shaq, like, what's up? Like you ain't telling me nothing. How could you not want this woman? She's wanting you. She put herself on the line for you. And Shaq tried to explain, and he got like real. He came. The full queen came out of Shaq. You know, talking like hold up. Just let me tell you. You know, just you know, Shaq is so extra. Shaq is going to take offense to what Kevin is saying. It's a deflection. It's a deflection because he know he wrong. He's feeling bad about what he's doing. So they really left us with a cliffhanger. All I can tell Curson is Shaq's rejection is God's protection. Be thankful that he didn't drag you further along. That's what needed to be done. So pretty much that was it. They left us on a cliffhanger or whatever. And we got to find out next week. They love to drag us along. I don't even know if we're going to find out next week. They might put a Where Are They Now show. You know, we don't need none of that. But that's how they do it. So Married at First Sight, if you can hear my voice, if anybody can get this to Married at First Sight, we need an improvement. We need improvement, you know. Yeah, because he get well, let me just tell you in a minute, you know, Shaq get that thing going, you know. That's what he do. That's him. Yep, Shaq be like, yeah, Shaq gonna read you, him and the Minty Boys. But yeah, that was pretty much it. It felt like I should have added Real Housewives everything, but I didn't prepare. I didn't have time to prepare to put this together because we could have really went 2 hours because we'd be going 2 hours. So I'm gonna have to put Real Housewives out later. So pretty much that's it. Yeah. So be on the lookout for a Real Housewives live. It feel like the live just be feeling better. You know, it feels better. And you know what? I do want to. I haven't even watched what do you call it? Love and Marriage Detroit. You know, if anybody's seen it, I don't know if it's worthwhile, but I'm gonna give it a shot to see if it's out there. So again, I appreciate everybody coming through. Y'all always showing me love, and I appreciate that. I feel it. It's real. The support is real. I'm not like Shaq. I see the support y'all give me because without y'all, I cannot even do this. And I mean that, and I promise you. So, you know, to close this thing out, as I always tell y'all, y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really appreciate it. I really mean it. I appreciate everybody coming out. Good night. I got to go to work in the morning. My real life.